Discover the true meaning of friendship and also understand the importance of considering for others. Basople chomi yako, yabole chomi yako, le ilapeka ngwako, hiyo le inengizi yetu lubumtaka ngapakati kuyifunu chabala lunga pumele. Basople chomi yako, yabole chomi yako, le ilapeka ngwako, hiyo le inengizi yetu lubumtaka ngapakati kuyifunu chabala lunga pumele. When days are tough, friends are no longer there, they are vanished. When days are dark, friends are no longer few, they are vanished, they vanished. Baqibile ukuhlohla umoya ngendawo bevala amehlo ungaboni. Baqibile ukuhlohla umoya ngendawo befuna uchabalale kulo mhlaba elidlalayo ungaliboni. Bafuna ugqibela ngobomi bakho, bafuna ubhawe bona uve ngabo, ungazithatheli isigqibo. Bafuna uhlala utyhafile, ungabi nathemba kwenzela ube yinto ehlekisa ebantwini. Zienemenywanisweni nyani, izilwanyana zenqobo zikelinje zibhunga zibhunga ikamva lakho. Bafuna ingxaki zakho nezekhaya lakho zigcwale ebantwini, zibe ngundaba mlonyeni ebantwini. Basople chomi yakho, yabole chomi yakho, le ilapha ecankwakho, yiyo le inenhliziyo egcwele ubumdaka ngaphakathi kuyifuna uchabalala ungaphumeleli. Basople chomi yakho, yabole chomi yakho, le ilapha ecankwakho, yiyo le inenhliziyo egcwele ubumdaka ngaphakathi kuyifuna uchabalala ungaphumeleli. When days are tough, friends are no longer there, they are vanished. When days are dark, friends are no longer few, they are vanished, they vanished. Ikhethi chomi, chuzi chomi, so isele uzimele uzilwele kobubomi. Lumkeli chomi ephathi goni, izakwenza umone emehlweni kube ngungu ungaboni. Unongasoli, cebiseka kwimfundiso zabadala yokolulwa nemihlata nomuntu wonke, kodwa wena uzungathembi namnyeva. Kodwa wena uzungathembi namnyeva, thanda umuntu wonke kodwa wena uzungathembi namnyeva. Ungivela ingqangi uyithemba lakho qha, umzali wakho nguyisiqalo nguyisiphepho uye emakhamandeleni onokukhulula. Basople chomi yakho, yabole chomi yakho, le ilapha ecankwakho, yiyo le inenhliziyo egcwele ubumdaka ngaphakathi kuyifuna uchabalala ungaphumeleli. Basople chomi yakho, yabole chomi yakho, le ilapha ecankwakho, yiyo le inenhliziyo egcwele ubumdaka ngaphakathi kuyifuna uchabalala ungaphumeleli. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Friends, when times are tough, friends have just vanished.
Vanished, but
we haven't vanished.
Definitely.
No, we haven't.
We are not like other friends that you have.
We're always here.
Definitely
right here.
Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. Well, ladies and gents, welcome to it. You're tuned into Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. It's a Monday afternoon. It's a kick-off of a brand new week, and it feels so good to be back on your television. I'm Lamsala J, but known as Boot Flicky.
And of course, I am Kim Blanchet, and you are tuned into Channel 263 DSTV. And we are Ekse. We are the biggest, baddest, most hip and happening show in the mother city. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Can I get a yeah, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Well, be sure to contact us. Be sure to hit us up right now on social media. We have, of course, on Twitter at Ekse_live, on Facebook Ekse, on Cape Town TV. Make sure you do the pots that makes the pots to be done. We have, of course, on YouTube at Ekse on Cape Town TV. If you have missed anything, make sure, man, you just go on YouTube, subscribe, and catch all of the other episodes.
Or you can give us a call on 021 448 0448. Or if you have anybody doing exciting things, whether it be music, acting, poetry, anything that's exciting and you want us to know about it, let us know, give us a call, or hit us up on any social media line.
Yes, man. And of course, on our social media platforms, Ekse on Cape Town TV, everywhere. And of course, our email is ekse@capetowntv.org. If you know anyone that does amazing things, just like Umhabi, who is an activist within the creative industry. He's a hip-hop artist, born and raised aside B, Ekailicha. He performed earlier on. He's going to perform later on the show again, just to close off the show. We are, of course, speaking to him a little later on the show. Any questions you have for him, make sure you bring them through via social media.
We're also speaking to Lucy Madia, who is the founder of the the Youth Leadership Empowerment Center. Now, we were talking all things leadership, all things youth, and all things unemployment and employment within the youth. Because, of course, we want to empower you. And here on Ekse, we bring you education plus entertainment, and we call that edutainment.
Entertainment.
Yes.
I love how you say that.
Okay,
Education
thank you,
plus
thank you.
entertainment. It's got to edutainment. Don't steal it. It belongs to us unless you want to sign that check. Well, and also we have got some great music video from Umhabi. It's called Good Vibes. Be sure to stick around for all of that crazy entertainment right here on Ekse. And of course, some trending news. We're talking all things Umhabi, Sean Umhabi, and of course, Fejo, who is in deep trouble with the other radio station.
We're also talking Faf du Plessis, and we're also talking FW de Klerk. That sounds like a very terrible combination of a sentence, but that's what will be happening on Trending News. Stay tuned right here. Go take a sip of water, take a quick break, but not right now because we're going to go into Trending News.
Hashtag Ekse, hashtag Monday Motivation. Let's take a look at what's trending.
Now on Twitter and all over social media, hashtag FW de Klerk must fall has been trending.
Wow.
Now this is because FW de Klerk actually said, quote and unquote, that apartheid is not a crime against humanity. Now to me, that is something that needs to be retracted, because he needs to withdraw his statement, because people who have suffered during apartheid are still currently suffering right now. There's obviously a lot of injustice that is going on in our country, and we can't address all of it at the same time. So a lot of things are still swept under the carpet. And the FW de Klerk Foundation said that he had acknowledged these injustices of apartheid, but did not agree that it should be labeled as a crime. Now, in response to this, the EFF and other social commentators were even calling for his Nobel Peace Prize to be taken away, that he received together with former President Nelson Mandela. And also in response to this, on the 19th of February, a mass destruction in demonstration in Plattekloof at FW de Klerk Foundation will be taking place at 1 o'clock.
I feel like anything that is against humanity, it is of course a crime. Anything that is done against humanity is a crime. So it's so brave of you to go on national TV and say it was never a crime. It is a crime. The only thing that you can do as a leader of this country is to go again on national TV and just apologize to the millions of South Africans and of course people across the world whom he has caused pain.
I think what was shocking for me is that there were other leaders that we all look up to that kind of gave their statements in support of him and kind of like, you know, didn't really stand up for us and stand against him. So that was quite shocking for me.
Well, on some light news and some light note, we're still celebrating the month of love. Rumor has it, Uguti Sean Umhabi, who is, of course, won the hearts of many South Africans through her reality TV show, has officially found love after a divorce. Well, Umama Sbahle Mpisane, who's a fitness trainer, she has seen in public a couple of times with Lawrence Masala Mulaudzi, who is the chairperson of a football team right here in South Africa. So those two have been doing some things privately, but publicly people are saying they are dating. What do you think about the couple? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? I feel like Umhabi deserves some love.
I feel like it's always important to find love, and every pot has its lid.
I mean, like, she's got money, she's got a great house, she's successful. The only thing that she needs right now is absolutely a handsome guy next to her.
Okay, talking about handsome guys, Faf du Plessis has stepped down as the captain on all cricket South Africa formats. It is said that he wants to help facilitate the emergence of the next generation of leaders. So now he's stepping down and he is no longer the captain of the Proteas.
Wow, on the other side, last but not least, radio personality and of course TV personality Fejo has been suspended from Radio 2000. Welke Fejo is the host of the Fejo and the Family Breakfast Show on Radio 2000. It seems like he's suspended because Upose Umsebenzi, the team, the bosses of Radio 2000 were like, he's just on pause. We just decided to put him on pause from his duties because he's been suspended. I think this is the second time Fejo goes through some trouble within Radio 2000. I know Fejo has a big mouth, but I think I love his personality, and I hope that they're gonna solve whatever they're going through, and he's gonna come back on the show because that's one of the best radio shows you can ever find right here in Mzansi.
However, I do think it's important to keep, you know,
Not missing work.
yeah, don't miss work.
Don't
I
miss
mean,
work.
like, come now.
Kim,
Yes.
don't miss work.
You don't miss work.
Or else you're gonna get suspended. Let us know if there's anything that we've missed right here on Trending News. We have course on Twitter at Ekse_, live on Facebook at Ekse, on Cape Town TV. Hashtag Ekse, hashtag Monday Motivation. Telling us what keeps you motivated throughout the week.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. Guys, give us a call on 021 448 0448. Let us know if you have anything trending, something that we missed. I don't think we missed anything. Did we miss anything?
I think so. There's a lot though. There's also me
quite
wants to get
thorough
married,
research.
wants to have a third ceremony of getting married, but
Ooh.
let's just go to a quick breather.
Yeah.
Drink some water as we drink some water as well.
I'm breaking my back as a feast. It's like
Welcome back, Ekse family. You are still tuned into the biggest, baddest, most hip and happening show in the mother
motherland.
city. My name is Kim Blanchet and I'm alongside Sanala, also known as Bootfleeky. Now, of course, we're on the yellow couches. But if you are enjoying the show, let us know on all our social media platforms. On Twitter, we are Ekse_live. On Facebook, we are Ekse on Cape Town TV. Or you can go to YouTube. You can just type in Ekse on Cape Town TV. Or give us a call on 021 448 0448. Right now, we are on the yellow couches. Sanala, what is happening here?
Siposetu Jonasi, known as Umhabi, actually. He is, of course, activist within the arts industry and creative industry. He has done a lot of work just to make sure that he brings about change through his art, to make sure that he inspires millions of young people living in South Africa right now. We all know that we live in a world where we need a little bit of inspiration. So guys like him are definitely a need in our society. Well, Mugai, welcome on the show. So Mike, you are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You are born and raised in Khayelitsha. You grew up there. Tell us a little bit about Siposetu Jonas and how you transitioned from having that name to being called Umhabi.
Okay. Siposetu Jonas was born and bred in Khayelitsha Site B in a location called S section within Site B. Was born on the 20th of August 1992 in Day Hospital. Siposetu Jonas is an author, is an all-rounder, is a performer, is an actor, and being Siposetu Jonas is being different from being Umhabi, because Umhabi is my imaginary friend. Umhabi is a brand, and Umhabi is the one who travels many roads in mind. So the concept of Umhabi came to be during the year 2011 when I came out of jail. In the year 2010, I was jailed in Paulsmoor prison for 9 months when I was a notorious gangster in Khayelitsha. So I was jailed for 9 months. Then after coming out of jail, I wanted to live for something valuable and meaningful in my life. Then I started to evolve. Then that's when Umhabi started to be.
Wow. For anybody watching that might have a similar story to you, what do you have to say to them and why do you think that it's important to make that transition?
Change is always good all the time, because you know in life when you are born, you are born under conditions and subjections, but there comes a time in your life where you have to cast off all the subjections, and you have to cast off all the lies and the fakery, and come out of the material world and live in the anti-materialistic world. So that's what happened to Umhabi. Umhabi died from the materialistic world and now lives in the anti-materialistic world. For me, I feel like for the artists in the creative industry, I always say to them, they should be aware that in the creative industry there are symbolic snakes, and that if they want to build their independences and also to discover their spiritual identities, they have to die from the physical world or from the materialistic world.
Yeah, you describe yourself as an activist. within the arts, within the art and of course creative industry. What does it mean to be an activist? Because I know if you're a humanitarian activist, means you're fighting for rights of everyone. But what does it mean to be an activist within the music industry, the art, the creative? What does it mean?
For me, to be an arts activist is to be a freedom fighter, and it is also to stand and fight for a humanistic socialism.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a hero. And
You are a hero.
I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I'm a hero of my neighborhood, and I'm also a voice of the voiceless, because I inspire the uninspired. Yeah, that's how it feels for me.
And also, you described yourself as someone who's multifaceted, someone who does many things. And I just looked at your pants earlier, and you said that you did this yourself. So tell me a bit about these pants, because they're so cool.
It was the beads as well.
Yeah.
What he's wearing on his neck.
Okay, last year, on the year 2018, I released my mixtape, which is called Neighborhood Watcher, which fights for social justice, specifically in my residential area. So this trouser that you see here, it is a costume for my CD launch, which was launched at Marokani Art Room on the 8th of December. So as you can see here, there's an eye. So this is the all-seeing eye, because I believe that in my neighborhood, I am that watcher who's always watching all the aspects of the community that needs to be developed and also needs to be transformed.
Yeah, I like the fact that you use your music to bring to capitalize change within our society, within young people. That's a very good thing. So what sets you apart from another hip hop artist that has a CD out, that goes around the country performing? What sets Umhabi apart from that artist?
What sets Umhabi apart from any type of artist that you would find in this world is that I distribute and provide musical knowledge and also informative lyrics. Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
You have to be self-educated, and you have to know yourself. You know, you have to be aware of the power of your capabilities and your abilities, and you have to be aware that your dreams are very powerful. So that it's a matter of being aware of yourself.
And also earlier we were chatting, and you said that you've been making music for 13 years, if I'm correct.
Sure.
What has been the most rewarding experience for you as an artist?
The most rewarding experience for me as an artist it was when I took part in the Two Oceans 2012 Hermanas World Festival in the outskirts of Hermanas. So that was the biggest platform of my life, when I performed for a crowd or an audience of more than 5,000 people.
Wow.
During the World Festival, and also opening for Elvis Blue, an international artist, in the World Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you've just released the CD and you've done a lot, but also something else that you're currently working on is a book. You're currently on the journey of releasing your own book. Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, I've been writing my book, an autobiography, a novel, which is supposed to be published later this year on the 28th of November at Marokani Art Room. So the book reflects on my past experiences, and also reflects on the experiences that I lived under when I was in the jail cell of Paulsmoor prison, and also reflects on my philosophies. Yeah.
And how does music and art serve as a vehicle for social change, in your opinion?
How does music and art serve for social change, in my own opinion? The thing is, a lot of people haven't discovered or realized the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is, with storytelling, you know, you can be able to conscientize the people. You can be able to bring about a revolution. You can be able to re-educate the masses with the messages, depending if you sing or you dance or you act or whatever art discipline that you are under. So I've discovered that there's power in art, because art imitates life. So in my own opinion, I have been able to use art as a means of transforming my society, and also to bring about change in the socio-economic challenges that we are facing, specifically in Khayelitsha.
Wow. Or if someone is watching right now, they would like to give you inkxaso yabo, support umculo wako, support even whatever you're doing within the art industry. How do they find you on social media? Where do they find your music? Where do they catch you perform?
Okay, most of the times I always perform around event spaces around Khayelitsha, spaces such as Kasi RC, Makukanye Art Room, and other spaces. So if people want to buy my CD, they can go straight at Makukanye Art Room. My CD is available there. So my CD hasn't been available in the commercial stores, in the mainstream stores. So if people want my CD, they come by me. And you can also buy my CD online on the Sneaker on Life website, and also in the Audio Make website.
Yeah. Any last words for a young boy from Khayelitsha Nyangwalanga who's currently watching right now and they're looking up to you? Do you have any words of encouragement, words of wisdom, quickly?
I just want to speak out, about the spreading damage of misinformation. Remind brothers and sisters about spiritual realm frequencies. Advise them not to enforce their opinions upon others. Advise them to employ more reasoning and logic in one's future. To enlighten them about liberal propaganda. To protect them from the worst atrocities on the basis of international human rights precepts.
This is ding dong. The English that was used there. If you know what he just said, please tweet me right now at Sinalo Journals 2 on Twitter, because the English.
No.
Kim, you're gonna explain to me more during the break.
I just heard atrocities, and I like atrocity, the word atrocity, so that's why I'm gonna say yes. Amazing.
Well, there you
Guys,
have
we're
it,
gonna
right.
take a quick break.
Why
'cause we
Kim
need a
explains
breather.
to me.
We need a breather.
While we are back just like that, your afternoon dose of edutainment. This is Ekse right here, Cape Town TV, taking all the way up until 5 p.m. Kamlansle, Jaya, Boot, Flicky, and the incredible Kim Blanche.
Thank
You
you.
always look amazing.
Thank you,
You
friend.
know, guys,
we try.
You know, guys, I watched this girl on stage doing the incredible things. She's great in theatre. I love the kind of work that she do as
Thank
an
you
actor.
so much.
You're, of course, a qualified actress.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she is, guys. She went to school for that, unlike the other people
Ooh,
that just wake up and
don't
do
throw
it.
shade, dear.
She
Don't
is
throw
talented and then
shade.
she's educated. Well, guys, gender-based violence it is, of course, a huge problem in South Africa. Daily, women suffer abuse on the hands of their partners.
Definitely, and 30 days of activism is not enough. We don't only need 1 month to celebrate or not celebrate like activism against women and children. So I think that it should be something and a conversation that happens all the time, especially because we have one of the highest rate amongst in South Africa. I mean, that women and children are really being abused and raped by our men. In my opinion, if I could have what I want,
You could end that.
death penalties, like,
Something
woo!
that you should, and that's something that people have been saying, that death penalty should be something that came back. And I remember when President Cyril Ramaphosa released prisoners from prison, he was like, those who have committed rape and abuse are going to stay in prison. And of course, within the center of his speech last week, gender-based violence was something that he literally dwelled on, because so many people feel like that's something that needs to be addressed. But guys, we need to acknowledge the fact that it's not only the government's responsibility to make sure that we end gender-based violence. Of course, the civil society needs to take a step forward, especially us as men. We need to do something to respect and, of course, protect those who are within us.
I also think that women who are in the front line of this protest should continue what they're doing. I know it's not easy, and sometimes you are actually in a crossfire where men will insult you and people will insult you and say that you're radical and say that you're too loud and say that you're too much, but it is okay, because we do need you, and we do need you to stand up for us, because I do believe to say no to violence against women and children. Right now, we're going to take a look at a promo by Shaquille, who just is also going to talk about gender-based violence.
Hi, I'm Shaquille John from Cape Town TV. Gender-based violence, it's a wide-known problem that is mainly perpetrated by men, community members, as well as individuals that tolerate negative masculine practices widely in South Africa. Ending violence in our communities is a responsibility for the whole community, and it is very important for us men and boys that are active participants as well as promoters of the change to get rid of this current status quo. It is also important to tackle not only the individual instances of violence, but also the systemic forms of violence, as violence does not occur in a vacuum, but rather in a society that condones democracy. I'm Shaquille, the man of this message.
Welcome back to the biggest, baddest, most hip and happening show in the mother city. Of course, it is Ekse. My name is Kim Blanchet, and I'm none other joined by the best. Yes, give it, serve. Oh, thank you. With Fleeky right here on the yellow couches. Now, we are still going to continue our conversation. If you are enjoying the show, give us a call on 021 448 0448, or on Twitter, we are Ekse_live. On Facebook, we are Ekse on Cape Town TV. Or if you want to go to YouTube, you just type in Ekse on Cape Town TV, and you'll find any episode that you want to watch right there.
Definitely. If you're an artist around Mzansi or around Cape Town and you're doing great things, or you're doing great things for your society, be sure to hit us up on our social media platforms or send us an email at ekse@capetowntv.org, and you might find yourself right here on the show. We're still talking all things gender-based violence, and of course, hashtag Ekse, hashtag Monday Motivation. Use those hashtags throughout the show. If you've missed any episode right here on the show, the repeats are between 7 to 8 in the morning, Monday to Friday, right here on channel 263. He's back on the yellow couches to talk about hashtag Monday Motivation and, of course, gender-based violence. But before we talk about gender-based violence, we would like to ask you, you went inside prison, you spent about 9 months. What kept you going all that time to know, which when I come out of this place, I'm just going to do nothing but use my time to inspire and motivate other young people?
Is self-motivation. It's what kept me alive in those chambers, or those beats of Paulsmoor prison. So self-motivation, hope, and faith are the three things that kept me alive there.
Yeah, and gangsterism is something that made you saw yourself was a prison. What can be done as Abahlali, as the government, other organizations, to actually stop gangsterism and make sure we curb it, we cut it from the next generation?
The challenge that we have in South Africa so far is that we have a lot of households whereby we have a lot of children, especially boys. They grow up in the absence of their fathers.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that I wish the boys or the young men can prosper in the absence of their fathers, because the reason why most of the youngsters, they turn into gangsters, because in our communities we are lacking mentors, and we are lacking figures that can be able to plow positiveness to us, so that we can grow up to become wiser and kinder human beings when we grow up. So those are the challenges that we face.
Yeah. Okay, and back to your music. Now, in the song that you performed to us earlier, the lyrics were something about friends vanish.
Yeah.
What do you write about, and what was that song about?
Most of the time, I mostly write about my life experiences. So the song is called Lecho Miyako. So it talks about a friend who backstabs a friend. So what I'm trying to say is that people should reduce reliance on friends.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you're performing later on the show. What can you expect from the performance, and what is the name of the song? What are you saying on the song?
Okay, the name of the song is called Ubumakhelwana. So the song was inspired by a Bible verse which is called Love Thy Neighbor. It's also taken from the 10th commandments in the Bible. So the song encourages neighborliness, and also encourages neighborhoods throughout Khayelitsha to prioritize values of humanity.
Yeah, you stick to what you know about yourself. You stick to your truth, and that's how you bring change through your music. And of course, you use your mother tongue, Xhosa, to actually show other people that it's fine, you can use your mother tongue. Why is it so important for you to stick to those two things, your truth that you know, and of course your mother tongue to deliver a message to the masses out there.
First of all, I acknowledge that English is a universal language, but at the same time, I'm an Aboriginal here. And at the same time, I love my culture, it's a Xhosa, and I prioritize my culture. And I do believe that English should be an additional language. It shouldn't come first.
Yeah, additional language shouldn't come first.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you so much for chatting to us, and thank you so much for sitting here on the yellow couches and sharing your experience with us. I know it's not an easy journey to sit here and talk about it. Right now, we're going to take a quick music break, and Kama with Yakuza is going to play.
Kama with Yakuza. It's a Feel Good Monday right here on Ekse. Be sure to follow us right now on social media at Ekse_live, on Twitter, on Facebook at Ekse, on Cape Town TV. Eyo Kuzabayo Kama, absolutely one of those artists from the mother city that are currently doing great things. Be sure to follow him right now on social media and of course support his music. If you're an artist right there and you'd like to perform right here on the show, send us an email at ekse@capetowntv.org. Or if you have an organization and you're doing great things, be sure to send us your bio, what you're all about, and you might find yourself right here on the show. But right now, quick breather will do. When we return, we've got lots and lots of edutainment right here on Ekse. I'm Stella J, but known as a Putfliki. When we're right, we'll be right back with more.
Of course, you are still tuned into Ekse, the biggest, baddest, most hip and happening show in the mother city. But on a more serious note, guys, you know, when I was younger, I was bullied. And this is, I'm making it a joke, but just because I'm trying to hide my fear. But this is something that's really serious, and it starts at a really young age. Within schools, children treat other children ill treatment, and you call each other names, and boys inflict violence against girls. Sometimes they pull the girl's hair in front of them because they like the girl or something like that. And as you grow older, this behavior starts to normalize, and this is something that we want to continue to say no to here at Ekse. And here's Devon talking about gender-based violence. We are still saying no to violence against women and children.
Hallo, so my naam is Devon Tilang. Ek werk vir Cape Town TV. Ek staan sterk teen die geweld teen vrouens en kinders. Ek voel dit is onnodig vir mans om vroumense te gebruik as slaansakke, waar teens hulle die mense is wat uit vroumense uitkom. So ek dink dit is tyd vir ons om op te staan teenoor vroumensgeweld en begin om te sien na ons vrouens. Ek staan teen kinders en vroumensgeweld. Ek sê dat het is tyd vir ons om op te staan. Ons kom uit vroumense uit. Nou, hoe kan sy vroumense wil slaan? So, het is tyd dat ons 'n nuwe generasie begin, ouens. En 'n verandering maak, 'n impak. Ons kan nie so aangaan nie. As ons vroumense liewe, ons dogters ook nog uit daar buitekant. Hulle lyk eendag sou sonder hulle sal ons nie wees nie.
Yes, we're saying stop violence against women and children.
Definitely, man. Hashtag Ekse, hashtag Monday Motivation on all social media platforms. It's an amazing Monday right on Ekse. Remember, we are here 4 to 5, Monday to Friday. In the mornings, we are here 7 to 8 in the mornings. And of course, on YouTube at Ekse on Cape Town TV. It's hashtag Monday Motivation. Kim, what keeps you going? How do you start your week?
On a Monday.
What did you do on a Monday just to make sure you're fresh and you're positive?
You know, on a Monday, the first thing I do is check the news to see what's happening.
What's popping?
Yeah, and what's trending. What do you do the first thing?
I check my WhatsApp to see who sent me a message saying,
oh, you popular though.
yeah, saying, hey, I love you, just to check my DMs. If you can say good things,
yeah.
I respond. If you're saying dololo things, I move away. Let us know how you are going through this week and how you are standing firm and positive throughout the week. Maybe your message might change everyone else's life. But right now, here is a music video. This one is Muzi. And it's titled Good Vibes. Wow,
Ooh, what
man,
a
what a
vibey
good,
song.
what a feel good
Wow, we
Monday.
had a drawl now in
I'm
the
literally
studio.
sweating.
You know?
That is a
Thank you,
song for
Muzi.
days.
Muzi's such a great artist and such a great up-and-coming artist. And you know, here on Ekse, we only have great up-and-coming artists in studio. And if you want to be that person, please let us know.
Yes, of course, and send us an email at Ekse at capetowntv.org. And if you're doing great things across Mzansi and you'd like to be on the show, tell us more about your organization. Do the same thing, man, and follow us right now on social media. But right now, we're going to take a quick breather, right?
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with more. Drink water
So
while
hot.
we're doing the same. You know, Kim, some of the things that I love about this show is that a lot happens behind the scene. We work with crazy, crazy, crazy people. I so wish there was a camera
we love
somewhere
them.
just to show you guys some of the crazy things that happens right here on
Just to be a
Ekse.
fly on the
Yeah.
wall in Ekse Studios, because I'm sure that you'd learn so much and understand the pressure that we work under is amazing.
Amazing. It makes us reach the top. That's why we're on the top of the charts.
Of course, you are still tuned into the biggest, baddest, most hip and happening show in the mother city. It was a blue Monday. It started off a bit cloudy and rainy, but I hope that we turned your frown upside down into a smile.
Definitely, man. We have some amazing things that we'd like to share with you guys. If you just finished matric, you just graduated, you are unemployed, you're watching the show right now, make sure you buy a daily dispatch because go to their website because they've got some jobs for you at the back. And make sure you look for something that suits your profile. Most of us apply for jobs that don't suit our profiles. Be sure to take a look at the requirements and of course submit your CV. We know it's very expensive to print a CV, guys. It's very expensive to buy data and send an email. So when you do those things, make sure it's worth your while. And of course, I think printing in South Africa should be something that is very cheap because most of young people, over 50% of young people in our country are unemployed. So things just such as sending emails should be for free. And of course, printing should be 10 times cheaper than what it is right now.
I think it's also so important for you to note that you need to do things that you love. Don't do something that you don't love. Don't do something that your parents want you to do. Do what you want to do. Make the most of your life because no one else is going to be there at the end of the day except you.
Definitely, man. A big shout out to Umhabi for coming through on the show, giving us an incredible performance on top of the show. He's going to close off the show with another performance. Artists around Cape Town, we are absolutely calling upon you to come on the show, submit your music, submit your bios, and you might find yourself performing right here and being interviewed by this beautiful and this handsome.
Oh, the beautiful and the handsome. I
Handsome.
like that. We should make a show called The Beautiful and
And the Handsome.
Of course, guys, on Twitter, we are Ekse_live. On Facebook, we are Ekse on Cape Town TV. Or you can give us a call on 021 4480 448. We still have a YouTube page that you can go onto. It is Ekse on Cape Town TV. And you can find any episode repeats on 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday to Friday.
Do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, shout out to everybody who hates me.
Oh my God. Shout out to my mom, shout out to my sister, shout out to my 2 dogs who are currently watching. Shout out to my best friend in Pretoria. I love you, Mokal.
Yes, okay, from me, Kim Blanchet, I'm signing out.
And it's not a J, but I'm Flicky. I'm out. Mambi, the floor is yours.
How's he for Monday motivation?
Yeah. Magwandu kumakhelwane. Magwandu kumakhelwane. Magwandu kumakhelwane. Ubhanga umokhelwano. Magwandu kumakhelwane. Ubhanga umokhelwano. Magwandu kumakhelwane. Ubhanga umokhelwano. Yeah, love thy neighbor. Magwandu makhelwane kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwane kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwane kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwane kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwana kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwana kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwana kubhanga umokhelwano magwandu makhelwana kubhanga umokhelwano.
Khoqo nvuke ekseni ngibona umakhelwana ngimbuza imvuku umakhi andibuza imvuku umakhi indlela ophila leyo ayinotshintshwa ngubani ndicela kuwe makhi xa ikatile leziko ndikhala kuwe makhi wamkula majiko obuwa ibobuciko koko luhlakanipho olukhatshwa yinhlonipho ngendlela ophilisana ngomane sicebisana sakhana sibambana magwandu makhelwane ubhanga umokhelwana magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano singabahlali make sincede sikhulisane ngocinga nangokwenza sikhuthazane sifundisane siphuhlisane ngokuhlala sibonisane nabantwana bantu badala liyaphalala ikamva labantwana nani bantwana yalekani xani yalwa suthetha xa kuthethwa yoluka qeqesheka indlela empumelela yiyo le yesininzi kodwa indlela yelahleko yeyona inesithinzi magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano umceli mngeni yoyisa umngeni singabahlali sizawuqobisela umngeni umceli mngeni yoyisa umngeni singabahlali sizawuqobisela umngeni ubunye ngamandla amandla bubunye singabahlali sizawuqobisela umngeni ubunye ngamandla amandla bubunye singabahlali sizaqobisela umngeni magwandu makhelwane ubhangu mokhelwano 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 magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano magwandu makhelwana ubhangu mokhelwano
Umhabi umazi wendlela ihambayo. Peace.